Honey, I just made the tastiest hamburger casserole. Let's go make it. All right, honey, let's get started on this yummy hamburger casserole, and I'm going to tell you what, it's going to be yummy. All right, so what we're going to do first, I'm going to put me a little bit of oil in my pan so the meat won't stick. And then we're going to put us a whole pound. I did the ground beef, and I like to get the organic, but you do what you want to do. And now we're going to put it in there and chop that up real good, and then we're going to move on to the next ingredient. Okay, honey, we're going to chop this meat up real good, and then we're going to add us some salt and pepper. And honey, that salt and pepper, remember, is to your liking, but you will need a little bit. I know some people just love to pour the pepper on. Now, I'm not one of those that like a lot of pepper, but baby, you do your thing. That's what I love when I put these little videos on here. I give you what I do, and honey, this is what I've been telling my sweet little friends. You take the recipes I give you, and honey, make it your own. You put things in it you want. Honey, let me tell you, you can't mess this up. So you just get what I'm doing, and honey, add your own little thing to it. Now we're gonna go on to the next little ingredient. We're gonna put us about a whole onion in this meat. We're gonna saute that in there really good. Now don't let me forget to tell you, this is a yellow onion, but baby, you can use a white onion, a purple onion in this, if I can get the words out today. You just use whatever onion you got in your kitchen. And now I'm gonna put me a whole bell pepper in this. And you know, you'll need to dice these up. And honey, if you're serving to people that don't like bell pepper or onions, honey, just chop them things till they're almost like water, or put them in a blender. Whatever you need to do, but you really need onion and bell pepper in this to season it even more. So you just, you know, you do what you need to do to make your family happy with the onions and bell pepper. All right, now we're gonna mix this up a little bit. Then we're gonna add us a tablespoon of garlic. All right, now I'm gonna mix all this stuff up really good, and I'm gonna saute it together for probably, I'd say, about another 5 minutes, and then we're gonna move on to the next ingredients. Honey, I almost forgot my onion and garlic powder. So we're gonna add about a teaspoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of onion powder. And then we're gonna just mix that up. A tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Now honey, I may not be saying that right, but I'm just saying it the best way I know how. So let's just flop that stuff right on in there, about a tablespoon. A tablespoon of Dijon mustard. 15 ounces of tomato sauce. Now we're going to add us 2 cups of beef broth. Now honey, you can buy the container of it already ready and made to pour in there, or you can use your little beef cubes in this. But now what I like to do, because I just like the flavor of the better than bouillon, and it's the beef, I add 2 cups of hot water and 2 good heaping teaspoons of the beef better than bouillon. And now we're just going to pour that right on over in there. Now, honey, how simple is this? We got a few more little ingredients, and honey, we're just gonna mix it all up in this pan. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna bring this to a boil for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna move on to our next step. Our next little step, honey, we're gonna put us about 4 ounces of cream cheese in this, and we're gonna whisk that all in there till it just blends in there and melts in with our meat. Ooh, honey, I wish y'all could smell this stuff. It smells yummy. All right, now we're gonna add us a half a cup of whole milk. We're just gonna mix that up in there. You know, I wished I could sit down with all of my followers and sit down and eat a meal with y'all. Honey, I've had some of the sweetest comments from y'all, and it touches my heart so much of the kindness that y'all were sharing with me. And it brings me great joy to hear that y'all feel so much joy when you watch this cooking show and stuff. Honey, that just makes my heart swell up, because that's my heart, is to share joy with people and bring, you know, light to people during their day. So I just wanted to take that time to thank all of my followers, my little sweet followers. I just love y'all and thank you so much. Next, we're going to add us about 8 ounces of shredded pepper jack cheese in this. Okay, honey, now we're ready to put our yummy noodles in this. Now, I ain't no Italian person, so I hope I'm saying this right. I use the fusilli. I think that's how you say it, but don't hold me on that, honey. But baby, let me tell you something. You use whatever noodles you want. I just like these, but you can use what you like. Now we're just gonna pour that on over in there and mix it all up together, and then we'll move to the next step and the last step, honey. I baked me probably for about, I'd say about 10 minutes, 4 slices of thick bacon. Now I'm gonna pour that on top of this, and then, honey, I'm gonna top it with some more pepper jack cheese. Now you put however much bacon you want on this, and you put however much cheese you want to top this in to bake it in the oven. But honey, how simple was this? You just pour it all in one pan and you go with it. I pre-cooked my noodles now, and you can do that, and honey, just pour it all in that one pan and mix it up. And then we're gonna put this in the oven. I got it all covered with the pepper jack cheese and my bacon, and I preheated my oven to 375, and we're gonna put this in the oven for about 20 or 25 minutes, because honey, everything's done. We just need to melt that cheese. Now, how simple was that? And baby, I'm telling you, it is yummy. I can't wait till it gets out of the oven. Okay, honey, it's hot out of the oven. Now you go make this and share it with your friends and family and make some beautiful memories. And remember, smile, because God sure loves you, and baby, He's got this.